Hey guys, I'm PiePiper33 and it's Destiny News Day. This is a series where we'll cover the latest news in Destiny and any updates that have shown up over the last week. Today I wanted to cover Wednesday's Twitch stream and go over some of the highlights that were discussed. And boy, do we have some exciting news for what's coming in the Taken King. First off, they've confirmed indefinitely that level 25 is indeed the starting level for the Taken King, which means that in order to play that content from year 2, you'll need to be at least 25. Now, currently the level cap has been set to 20, allowing you to gain light levels through getting your end game gear, and that's going to push you into light level 34. This will change with the Taken King as your base level cap is getting raised. Now the leveling system has been completely overhauled to come in line with a less focus on attaining just the next level of light, but to focus on your power as a guardian as a whole. Now the new level cap will be set to 40 with your gear, both your weapons and your armor, contributing to your overall light score. Certain gear and weapons will only be available to level 40s, and those items will allow for maximum light level, allowing you to deal the most damage and have the highest defense possible. Your light score is now an average score of all the gear that you have on, including all armor, your 3 weapons, your ghost shell, and the artifact that you're carrying. Speaking of which, you now have 2 new gear slots available to you on the inventory screen. The first new slot is your ghost shell. Once only an aesthetic item, Ghost Shells now offer specific abilities and contribute to your overall light score. Now, abilities on these are varied, but a couple were shown on the live stream that were related to finding materials while out on patrol, as well as providing with defense and strength. Shells will be available from the Speaker, Shaxx, and I imagine there will be a few other vendors as well. Artifacts are the other item that you'll be picking up. This will also have different stats on it to contribute to your overall light score, but is yet to be really covered in detail by Bungie. Factions are now available to pledge an allegiance to instead of wearing just the faction item. You are able to change your allegiance once a week for 2500 Glimmer, but being part of a faction now means more to you as a player and as a guardian. Now, as an example, the new Monarchy chest armor that's available to you has a new perk. It's something that's going to allow for increased recovery for your Guardian after taking some solar damage. The armor does also have a different slot that you can choose for, which will allow you to have increased armor while using your solar subclass. Factions are also getting their own quests to help you gain rep with that particular faction quicker. Factions will also have a rep exchange for materials, so if you've been stocking up on materials on your Guardian and or have huge stacks of them in your vault, you can now bring them by your faction to exchange them for reputation. New shaders acquired through the faction are also going to get removed from the possible drops when you get a combination package from that faction once you've acquired it, in order to avoid getting the same stuff all the time. Now, shaders and emblems are getting moved to a new terminal in the tower where you can see all of the respective shaders and emblems that you've acquired and that are available, as well as some new info on how to acquire each one. Now, you'll see in the terminal that all factions have specific shaders and emblems that you can acquire, as well as getting some from the Crucible. Now, our Crucible Quartermaster and Shaxx are now offering new items, as well as some of their own quests. Items from Shaxx and other vendors in the tower are going to be purchased with legendary marks, which will be replacing your Crucible and your Vanguard marks. Now, legendary marks cap out at 200 held at a time, or in your wallet, if you will, but you're not going to be limited to a fixed amount per week that you can earn now. Shaxx is now offering his 5 weekly quests, and if you can complete all 5 of those quests, you can complete a 6th quest for the week, which will reward you with, quote, Nightfall tier items, which means legendary gear and possible exotics acquired through there as well. And exotics are being stored as blueprints in a new terminal down in the Hall of Guardians, which, like the emblems and shaders, you'll be able to see what exotics you've had in the past, which will give you that item. So if you dismantled an exotic in the past, you'll be able to reacquire that exotic again from the terminal. Also, if you have a year 1 exotic that's being pulled over to year 2, you will have immediate access to that year 2 version from the terminal as well. Now, as you look through the weapons of year 2, you will notice that they are dealing less damage than your current year 1 weapons. Now, this is due to a change in the attack and defense system in Destiny to bring everything in line with the new light level system. It should be noted that even though the damage is getting lowered, the effectiveness of your weapons and your armor won't change at all with the Taken King. Rather, the numbers are just kind of getting mixed up. Now, the Cryptarch is now offering legendary engrams for sale, and yes, that means legendary items will be coming out of these. So if you're getting a legendary gun engram, you will be getting a legendary gun. Strange coins or legendary marks or anything else will not be coming out of that. Now another vendor that's getting an upgrade is the Gunsmith. He now has his own reputation, which you can gain by completing quests or renting out a field test weapon. Field test weapons are weapons that you can rent out and field test them by killing minions of darkness and return them back to the Gunsmith. Increased rep will allow you access to Arms Day orders, which allow you to place an order with the Gunsmith for when Arms Day rolls around. Now, Arms Day is every Wednesday. This will allow you to get whatever you ordered on the Wednesday for the week. Now, whatever you ordered with the Gunsmith, that is the gun that you'll be picking up specifically when you go to pick up your order on Arms Day. Also, in order to access those Arms Day orders, you do need to be at least rep level 1 with the Gunsmith. Your 2 guns and armor now come with the Infuse node. Infuse basically allows you to take more powerful weapons or armor that you maybe don't like as much and infuse those into the one that you actually do like. And this will help you with keeping the gear that you actually like and carry that into the end game. Some of the other smaller bits of information were that you can now have your helmet removed in the inventory screen. You can also change the weapon that's on your back while you walk around the tower just by using your switch weapons button, either the triangle or Y button. Now I say the word weapon because you don't always have to be using a gun. Now you have access to swords. That's right, swords are also going to be available. Now as you can see here, swords are going to be available to be used, with different perks available for swords like the Arc Edge that provides a guard defense against solar and void attacks but weak against arc attacks. It's going to be amazing to see this new dynamic in the world of Destiny. Also the vault space got doubled. Alright, so the vault space got doubled for weapons and a little bit more than doubled for armor. There's also a new page available for just your miscellaneous items. Things like the Jackalite, ships, sparrows, things like that. Well, that's it for the update, guys. Let me know what you guys think of the changes and what kinds of things you're looking forward to with Taken King in the comments below. Now, one of the biggest things that I'm really looking forward to is being able to hit the level cap as well as increase my light level to its cap. Make sure to like the video and share it with your friends. Make sure you always pay the piper, and we'll see you in the next one.